While investigating a deserted structure often compared to the eerie backrooms, the person behind the well-known Big Significance 242 Reddit account encountered something that would haunt him with questions for the rest of his life. Searching for unsettling urban exploration footage, he switched on his camera and began filming. Before long, he started hearing footsteps that clearly weren't echoes of his own, and a heavy wave of fear settled over him right before he captured this disturbing moment. At first glance, the footage does seem questionable. The stairwells and hallways appear authentic, but that unsettling woman didn't look quite right. Unnatural. Almost malicious. So, who or what was she? And what was she doing at that place? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This clip was posted to Instagram by Pandaki Gonong. Pandaki often documents his hiking trips on his page and shared this footage after a late-night walk through a wooded area. He and his friends were filming as they followed a tight forest trail deep inside Forlark, far away from any main route or known path. As they continued walking and chatting, Pandaki suddenly came to a halt. The beam of his flashlight illuminated something standing further down the trail, and they managed to capture it on video. Within the light of the flashlight, a pale figure can be seen positioned on the path ahead. Its form appears unnaturally white, sharply contrasting with the darkness of the forest around it. It doesn't move, simply staring in their direction until Pandaki and his friends panic and flee the area. When Pandaki uploaded the video to Instagram, viewers pointed out that the figure resembled a child, but they noted its stillness and presence felt deeply wrong. Some believe Pandaki may have encountered a supernatural entity, possibly a ghost linked to a tragic death along that trail. Others argue it could have been a person attempting a prank, yet Pandaki's group insists the location was completely isolated. Whatever Pandaki encountered that night remains unexplained, leaving the incident shrouded in paranormal mystery. A Florida-based live streamer named Michael usually shares gaming content across his social media platforms. He isn't a ghost hunter and had never recorded anything involving paranormal activity before this incident. Michael explained that his mother had been complaining about something repeatedly waking her up by tapping on her bedroom window every morning just before dawn. At first, his father dismissed it, pointing out that the window looks out into their backyard, which is enclosed by a locked, gated fence standing over 7 feet tall. Nothing should be able to get back there. But after hearing the same disturbing complaint too many times, Michael's dad finally decided to set up a camera aimed directly at the bedroom window. What the footage revealed shook him deeply.
All right, look, it's starting now. The security light turns on. It picks up. And then it walks back. It's at the corner of the house. You see him walking? It's like a short guy. And then you see the trees move. Y los árboles se movió.
Y camina, es una persona, no es una persona chiquitica, muy chiquitica.
At exactly 4:27 a.m., long before sunrise, A small translucent figure can be seen walking slowly through the backyard near the tree line. Under normal circumstances, it might be easy to assume it was a child combined with poor camera compression, but something about this figure feels deeply unsettling. Its movements don't resemble a child at all, instead appearing more like a miniature adult, roughly 3 to 4 feet tall, and that raises another chilling question. Why would a child climb a locked 7-foot fence at 4:27 in the morning just to wander through a private yard? So what exactly did Michael's father capture on camera that night? A ghost, a supernatural entity like a duende or gnome, or simply a bizarre and unexplained camera glitch? As always, the answer is left up to you. Inside the Jefferson Palace Hotel, a late shift employee recalled that a massive decorative candle had been blocking a pool player earlier that night, so he and another worker relocated it to a different area to keep the space open. Outside, the air was still, the lobby nearly deserted, and everything seemed ordinary, hiding a small oversight they wouldn't realize until much later. They had unintentionally left the main entrance unlocked. When they returned hours after closing to check on the building, they discovered the heavy candle toppled on the floor, despite the fact that no one else should have been inside the hotel at all.
Video of something that happened earlier today. So this candelabra, this big giant one right here, was in the way of one of the pool players last night. So they moved it. It's not the lightest thing to move, but they moved it in front of this door. Well, this door usually stays locked throughout the night, but what happened is we left it unlocked, and when I came in the next day, this candelabra was on the ground right here. Now, we do have a camera right here, but you're not going to see what happened on that camera. The other camera is actually way over here in our ballroom area, aimed through here, and we caught this on camera. I thought someone tried to open the door and to get in, and they knocked the candlestick over and then shut it. Well, I go back and look at the footage, and the door actually opened by itself, which could be explained by wind, but it then shut by itself, which is not explainable by wind. So let me show you, first off, you can open this door, and it has a little stop to it. So it doesn't open, first off, by itself easily. Next, if it hits the base of this, it would take a lot to move this. Now, if it did hit the arm up here, it could still fall over, but it would take a whole lot for it to fall over. Well, let me show you. Let me open the door and show you. I can open the door all the way, and it does not shut by itself. Matter of fact, it opens like that. So the footage you're going to see, you'll notice nobody walks by. You can actually see somebody walk by prior to the footage. You see the shadows there and in that window, but this footage, you'll see nobody walks by, door opens by itself, and then the door shuts by itself. So again, I can't really say it's anything paranormal, but definitely not explainable by wind. Let me show you the footage. Okay, so here's the footage. This is in the ballroom area. So I have to zoom way in. You'll hear some music playing in the background because we have some music playing, ambient music. But you'll notice the door at the very top of your screen. In a second, you're going to see somebody walk by. Right there. So there's a shadow of somebody walking by. So when I saw the candlestick on the ground, I figured someone tried to get in or, and accidentally knocked it over. But that's not the case. So I'm going to go to about 25 seconds, and you'll see the door open and the candlestick fall. You can tell nobody's there. And now the door shuts. So kind of weird because you notice in the previous video, and I've done a lot of debunking on my videos, but the door doesn't shut by itself. It was not one of those deals where it's like a vacuum with the air conditioning or anything like that. Again, I can't say it's anything paranormal, but can't explain it. So let's watch it again. So we'll just chalk it off to a weird event, and I've never been able to recreate it, but just wanted to show everybody kind of what we capture in this area.
Suspecting a possible break-in, they reviewed the security cameras, and the man carefully described why the thick front door could never move by itself, emphasizing the weight, the stubborn hinges, and how much force it usually takes just to open it. Then the footage played. On screen, the entrance door slowly pulled itself open, as if an unseen presence had quietly slipped through. Moments later, it shut again with the same deliberate motion, sealing tight without a single person in sight. Suddenly, the fallen candle no longer seemed accidental, and the unlocked door felt less like carelessness and more like an invitation some paranormal force had chosen to accept. Later that same night at the Jefferson Palace Hotel, a staff member walked the long corridors, organizing linens and preparing rooms for the morning, a routine that was normally calm, broken only by silence and the echo of his own steps. Nothing felt wrong until he reached the far hallway, where the lights always glowed a little weaker. As he stopped to adjust something, movement on the security feed he carried caught his eye. A nearby door slowly crept open beside him, moving with careful precision, stopping just enough to suggest someone, or something, might emerge. After a brief pause, it closed again on its own, untouched by human hands. The employee stood motionless, staring at the doorway, now resting exactly where it had been, while the quiet that followed felt unnaturally heavy. There was no one assigned to that section, no airflow strong enough to cause movement, and that door was infamous for sticking, not swinging, freely. The encounter left him with a chilling realization that whatever paranormal activity had entered through the front door earlier hadn't remained in the lobby, but had drifted deeper into the hotel, lingering like a haunting presence behind doors that should never move on their own. On December 8, 2025, a man named Steven recorded a disturbing video inside his bedroom that left him seriously worried about his young daughter's safety, especially since she often plays in that room alone when no one else is nearby. The concern began when Steven was by himself in the room and managed to capture this unsettling moment on camera. The bedroom door suddenly cracks open slightly, pauses for a brief moment, and then the lights abruptly shut off as the door violently slams closed. What makes the incident even more chilling is that you can both hear and clearly see the light switch flip off by itself just seconds before the door slams shut. After witnessing this, it became clear that what happened wasn't something easily explained by normal causes. Because of that, it's understandable why Steven became uneasy about letting his daughter remain alone in that room. But the situation grew even more disturbing when he later decided to rewatch an earlier video he had taken of his daughter in the bedroom before the door incident occurred. That's when he noticed something he hadn't seen at the time, something that left him visibly shaken. Watch closely.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. That one hurt. Okay, you want me to make buckets now?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I want to catch it.
Oh, you want to catch it and then put it?
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Yay! Yeah! You want the small one?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh.
This is too
Sorry.
small.
It's too small.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. No, almost. I mean, you hit SpongeBob, though. Yay. Last one. 3, 1.
Sure, say 3.
Huh? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
You should say 3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go. In the basket. In the basket.
Go again.
Okay.
Without Stephen realizing it in the moment, a single slat in the window blinds appears to slowly open on its own, then quietly slide back into place. Then, just seconds later, it happens again, as if something were peering through. What makes this even more unsettling is the fact that the blinds are located inside the bedroom. Stephen also explains that the room is on the second floor, making it impossible for anyone to be outside the window, let alone reach in and move the blinds.
So this right here is the room where it actually happened. Hey. So I was just sitting here with my daughter. Well, she was actually on a bed playing with her toys that she always plays with. All of a sudden, I didn't understand what was going on, because the only way you can move the blinds is if you're inside the room. There's no possible way that someone can move the blinds from the outside of the room. There's no possible way somebody can just come up here and move the blinds from the inside.
Stephen also noticed another disturbing detail on the security footage recorded by the camera he had installed inside the bedroom during the same time frame.
And rambling, but I just want to bring up security footage, POV from when it happened. I'm just gonna zoom in and you just tell me what you see.
It's too small. Oh, you got it.
There are no fingers. There are no fingers in the middle of this. Nobody's moving the blinds.
No.
With the room being on the second floor, the blinds positioned indoors, and the unexplained events that followed, Stephen cannot find any logical explanation for what was captured. He is now convinced that some form of paranormal activity or supernatural presence may be responsible. Until further updates or evidence surface, the truth behind what happened in that bedroom remains a chilling mystery. On the YouTube channel Josh the Intern, creator Josh McCartney documents his outdoor travel adventures as he journeys across the world. In one episode, Josh ventures deep into the jungles of Sri Lanka while searching for one of the nation's oldest prehistoric locations, the Bellalina Cave, often referred to as the so-called Cannibal Cave. As he pushes farther into the dense jungle, 2 men suddenly emerge from the thick brush and begin trailing behind him. They mirror his movements exactly, slowing when he slows and stopping whenever he stops. Eventually, they close the distance, and one of the men tells Josh that he should go with them because they want to show him something. A strong sense of unease immediately sets in, and Josh instinctively turns on his camera to start recording.
I've been joined by some friends. They're showing me around. Very cool. I thought it was a bit strange that as soon as I began filming, they moved out of the shot, but I tried to ignore them and stayed focused on filming the cave I'd worked so hard to reach. Yet every time I lowered the camera, they would tell me to follow them as they wanted to show me something. At this point, I did feel quite uncomfortable, but I decided to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think these guys want to show me something. All right. We going this way? But when I finally saw what they wanted to show me, everything changed. Wow. It was an abandoned house, and they wanted me to go in first. Okay, I'll follow you. After you. And at this point, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed one of the men was moving behind me. And at that moment, my gut instinct kicked in loud and clear. Get out now. I'm just gonna get one more shot, okay? One more shot. Oh, sorry. I'm just shooting, filming, and doing more. And then I'll come, okay? I stayed calm, acted like I wasn't suspicious, and slowly walked back towards the entrance. But it seemed like they didn't want me to leave. I'll come soon. I just want to shoot this. But you go, I'll stay, and then I come later. I'm just filming everything. Okay? Okay. So I pretended to take the shot, and when I saw they were distracted, I made my move. At first, I walked at a normal pace, as off camera I had told them I'd forgotten something on the trail. But then, I heard footsteps coming after me, and that's when I ran. Oh, I'm gonna have a sit. Alright guys, so I have made it to safety. I wanted to wait until I was off the isolated road because there's only one way up and one way down to that cave. The adrenaline is rushed out of me. I ran down that mountain. That's why I'm very, very sweaty.
Josh later explains that throughout his travels in Sri Lanka, nearly everyone he encountered had been warm and welcoming, but this particular situation carried a very different, unsettling energy.
And now what I would say, is they could be extremely friendly and they just genuinely wanted to show me something in that abandoned house, and I just so happened to walk by and they're like, we're going up there anyway, we'll show him something. And I've had those experiences here in Sri Lanka where locals want to show me something and they're super friendly and lovely. This to me just didn't feel like that, and so I was better safe than sorry, and so I got out of there. This is a decision that I made. These guys could have been nice and genuinely wanting to show me something. That is just not what I felt in the moment, and I've just got to trust that gut instinct, especially when I'm out there remote on my own. I've just got to trust my gut, and so that's what I did.
So, what you think? Do you believe these men were simply being friendly guides? Or was Josh moments away from something far more sinister, possibly a dangerous waiting to unfold?